Well, hi, and welcome to another one of Wally's Weekend Drives. Today we got something special. We are up here at Camelback Volkswagen, joined here by Steve Porter right here, the main boy with the joy toy, because if you look around the showroom here, I mean, we got a Jetta, but man, there's a GTI there, there's one of your electric vehicles over there. You got all kinds of stuff happening up here. How's it been going for you?
It's been great. Volkswagen's treated us really well, and I'm glad to have you here.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad to be here. I can't tell you how much I've enjoyed driving this Jetta here for the last week. So let's take a look up front here. First thing that you're going to notice, or at least what I noticed right away, great LED lighting right here. The main lights too, but more the eyebrow here. Definitely unique for sure. And then if you look down here, you got driving lights that really light things up at night. And when you turn in your driveway at night, everybody knows you have trouble seeing around those bushes. That solves that. So if you look right here in the front, you'll see a very clean, classic Volkswagen banner, grille, everything right here for the logo. We all know what Volkswagen is, man. It's German engineering at its finest. In fact, back in the day, my 73 Sunbug, the little Volkswagen Bug, the big thing they were talking about back then is the fact it was waterproof and would float. And with the weather we got coming, that might not be a bad thing.
Not at all.
Yeah. So we're rolling on 17-inch wheels right here and do have a 1.5 turbo motor in there, a 4-cylinder, making 158 horsepower and 184 foot-pounds of torque, backed up by an 8-speed transmission with a couple different driving modes, which I've been driving in eco mode, and this thing gets phenomenal mileage. I'm getting like 37 miles per gallon. You know, can't believe it. This thing is a lot of fun to drive. Really solid going down the road, and the handling is phenomenal on it too. What leads to all that? Because, I mean, when you look at it from the outside, it's a pretty car, but man, it doesn't look like it's a performer.
Well, it really comes down to four things. Volkswagen does that no other manufacturer out there does. 12-gauge virgin steel. You'll have laser seam welds on the top side of the car versus the normal 6-inch spot welds. And then as well as you have the one-piece stamped doors that really kind of separate it apart, as well as the largest B-pillar in their class. So all those different factors that kind of come together really make the car feel really solid and as well as a safe vehicle.
Okay, so one of those things that you're just talking about there, the solidness of it, look right there. I mean, when you slam the door on a vehicle, and I test a lot of cars, this is a solid door. A lot of them aren't. Is that the 12-gauge steel?
It's a 12-gauge steel as well as the door being one solid piece. So it's only meant to be that door, and it's not welded together. It's just one piece stamped steel.
Excellent. Boy, I'll tell you what, Volkswagen's done a great job right here. Also, if you look inside here, Grady, one of the things that you're really going to like is you're going to like the leather seating as well as the heated and ventilated seats in there from a comfort standpoint. You can't beat it. And then it's set up to keep a couple different seat setups too, so if you share the car with your wife or your child or something, it's not a big deal when it comes to it. Going a little bit further down here, you look at you got the tilt telescopic heated steering wheel with controls right there, dual zone climate control with an advanced cabin filter. Now, I'm thinking Volkswagen must be listening to me and some of my buddies going down the road if they have the advanced cabin filter in there, definitely for sure. Okay, so let's move around to the back here because this is a good road trip car. We've put some miles on it. Let's take a look in the trunk here because one thing that you're going to see is you're going to see a huge trunk and a 60-40 split right here. And Grady, if you get up underneath here, you can see this right here. You hit that and you release it. You can now press the seat forward if you need a little bit of extra trunk room. But I'm thinking this is a huge trunk from a depth standpoint.
It really is. I mean, there's really not anything out there in the kind of subcompact sedan market that has this much usable trunk space. It usually is compromised on one way or the other.
Yes, for sure. Oh, and of course, this is Wally's Weekend Drive. What do we talk about? We talk about spare tires, man. This does have a spare tire. That gives an extra 10 points right to start with and a thumbs up from me because I love to change tires when it comes to it. I don't like sitting on the side of the road.
Nobody likes cans of Fix-A-Flat.
No doubt, especially the people when they got to break the tires down later. So MSRP on this is $29,975 right here. Does Volkswagen have any incentives going on right now? Is there a good reason to come in other than all that safety?
You do have 1.9 for 48 months, and then as well as 3.9 for 60 and 4.9 for 72. So there's a lot of reasons on why to be able to get into a Jetta now.
There you go. So if you're looking for a better reason to get into a Jetta, Steve's got them all right here. Come on down to Camelback Volkswagen. Check it out. You won't be sorry.
And thank you to Volkswagen Camelback for sponsoring that segment.